Gregory Keene introduces another chapter of Deadly Nightshade. Do you play chess? Doesn't matter much, but the general idea of the game is to keep thinking about 10 moves ahead, and the thing applies not only to chess. It applies to me right now. So while I'm marking time in this riverside hideout of Sherry Reed's, I'm trying to figure out how the Nightshade people could possibly get onto me again. Dr. Eugene Collins knew I was in the Cunningham Towers. Sherry Reed says he'll keep his mouth shut. But suppose he went to the police anyway. And suppose Felix Huberman has a grapevine into the department and someone passed on a whisper. They didn't waste any time killing Angus Dobie. Would they hesitate to screw the truth out of Sherry Reed and then send her off in the same way? I doubt it. I'm too important to them.
Felix, darling, when I wouldn't exchange you for a choker of diamonds with a pendant as big as this. By Van Cleef & Arpels of Fifth Avenue in New York.
And show your appreciation by leaving that infernal piano alone.
Who are you, then? So, you have discovered that our indestructible Major Keene took refuge in the apartment of Miss Sherry Reed.
The night before last, Carlotta. Do you know her?
I know people who do, socially, of course.
Tell me.
Her parents were divorced when she was a child. Her father married again. He was killed in a motor car accident in the south of France in 1939. Her mother married again, too, but she, poor soul, took a man much younger than herself, who was passionately devoted to his wife's bank balance and other women.
All very gemütlich for the daughter.
She grew up much as you'd expect. I think they sent her to school in France or Switzerland or somewhere.
How's she off for money now?
She came into half a street in the center of town. I don't know how many tens of thousands of acres crawling with sheep and blocks of flats literally all over the place.
Now she's inherited Gregory Keene. How do you come to know so much about her?
Oh, I am good copy. A discreet phone call to one of those women who write for the social columns, and I had everything but Sherry Reed's birthmarks, if any.
Well, the girl doesn't know it, but her circle of acquaintances is about to be considerably enlarged. Very soon now, I'm going to introduce her to Mike Cusick. Even perhaps Leo.
No, there's a better way.
In this case, I don't see how we could improve on direct methods.
How direct, Felix?
Well, it should be perfectly simple to get hold of the girl. It should be even simpler for Mike Cusick to persuade her to talk.
Then we would have to dispose of her.
Naturally.
Felix, is your friend Inspector Murray such a baboon?
I seem to have lost track somewhere, my dear.
Angus Dobie was vitally important to Keene, so we killed him. Stella Wilson is important to Keene, and we're going to get rid of her, too. If this girl, Sherry Reed, were to go the same way, wouldn't it begin to be too much?
Accidents are happening every minute of the day, Carlotta.
But not exclusively to the people who could convince the police that Gregory Keene's story is true. We must not underestimate them, Felix. They must continue to believe that Keene is the murderer, Sammy Rice.
What do you want us to do? Sit about like shags on a rock till Keene steps up and makes us a present of himself?
Darling, do you think the girl took Keene in for a few hours and then threw him out again?
Of course not.
She's hiding him. If she's hiding him, she must have good reasons. So, instead of kidnapping her and going to such a lot of trouble, why don't we let her lead us to him?
Do you think she will?
How often is my judgment at fault? Go Guzik for me, then pour me a drink. It should only take a few hours for us to find all we need to know about this girl. The make of her car and all the rest of it. Then you may give Guzik his instructions yourself. And this time, when we close in on Gregory Keene, we'll make sure of him.
What's the matter with you tonight, Sherry? What am I supposed to have done?
You know perfectly well what you've done.
If you're taking such a poor view of something, why the deuce did you ask me to your infernal party?
I asked everyone. The more the merrier.
What's it for, anyway?
Do I have to have an excuse to fill my house with drunks? Oh, go to the devil, Gene Collins. Go and find someone else's shoulder to drool on.
Come outside.
I'm staying right here.
Don't argue the point. Come out onto the terrace where I can get some sense out of you. Through you go. Now, let's have it. What's on your mind, Sherry?
2 men.
I'm one of them.
You certainly are.
Who's the other?
Never mind about the other. I trusted you. You fell all over me and promised to keep quiet and gibbered a lot of garbage about loving me. And the minute my back was turned, you ran to the police like a little boy blue and told them I'd been hiding Gregory Keene.
It was for your own safety and protection.
Oh, don't be such a driveling hypocrite. You were rank with drama. You couldn't bear the idea of the man being here under my roof. Well, I'll tell you what this party's for. It's so I can tell you to get out of my house and out of my life and stay out.
Well, I've never really been in your life, so that'll be easy. When do I withdraw? Right now?
Any time you like.
This is scarcely the cultivated heave-ho.
I've never had a veneer more than a millimeter thick anyway, and now it's off.
You had too much gin.
Watch me have some more.
You'll get over this, Sherry. And when you do, I'll be around.
Not for me, you won't.
Oh, look here, Sherry, you know as well as I do you're putting on an act. You're not giving me the heave for a murderer on the run, now or at any other time.
I'm just plain giving it to you. And not for Gregory Keene either. What's the matter? Don't you want to be convinced? Listen, since the moment I first saw that man, I've been throwing myself at him. I've done everything I could think of, and that's plenty.
I don't believe you.
Of course you don't. You couldn't take it if you did. Do you want to know what Gregory Keene does to me?
Shut up, Sherry. I won't listen.
He laughs in my face. But that doesn't stop me liking him. I like him more than any man I ever set eyes on.
Will you stop this?
Oh, darlings, I hate to break this up, but you're wanted on the phone, Sheriff.
I'll be there in a second, Peggy.
Oh, no, Sherry, wait a minute.
Leave
Wait.
me alone. The subject's just about exhausted anyway. And if you want something else to pass on to your friends at police headquarters, I wouldn't tell them where to find Gregory Keene if they tore me limb from limb. Now run round to Phillip Street and tell them that.
Hello, Sherry. It's Keene here. What's all that racket?
I'm having a party. What do you want? You've just been under discussion.
Oh? Who with?
My dear friend, Dr. Eugene Collins. I just put an end to a beautiful romance.
Oh. Well, if you're all cluttered up with guests, there's not much point in this call.
What was it for, Keene?
Well, actually, Sherry, I've been feeling rather a heel about this morning. I mean, I owe you such a deuce of a lot
If you ever come near me out of gratitude, Keene, I'll cut your throat from ear to ear.
Are you going to stay in town tonight?
Why?
I don't like you in town. I can't get rid of the idea that Hubermen could somehow hear of you. They'd come after you like wolves, Sherry.
Keene, darling, tell me honestly, for Pete's sake. Is that all?
No. Are you there?
Yes.
Well?
Sit tight, Keene. I'm on my way. Give me an hour. Bye.
Well, it's worth a lie to get her out here, out of harm's way. Now I expect I'll have to live up to it. Why couldn't a chap be born with 2 heads?
Watch it, Mike. There's a car coming out of the garage now.
A lot of cars down there. Only people living in this kind of place having 1, 2 cars.
Did you pick this one yet?
Not yet. Wait till the light's not pointing straight at us, Mr. Huberman.
Get your motor going just in case. Here it comes. Drop that Daimler. Red and black. Hybrid wheels. Come on, make up your mind, Gusick.
It's her car. Is Sherry Reed driving?
How do you know?
I'm seeing her this afternoon.
Well, get after her. If you lose her going through the cross, Mike, so help me, I'll flay you alive personally.
In this heap, Mr. Huberman, we don't lose that baby.
What do you think I buy fast cars for? Keep your lights on, park as much as you can. We don't want her to catch on to us.
There she goes. What do you make of it, Mr. Huberman?
I think Sherry Reed can only be described as well organized. A garage for a car on the Pittwater side of Newport, with the boathouse underneath.
Yeah. And a speedboat to lose us with. It's good.
Would you expect us to come after her in an amphibious jeep?
What do we do? Try again some other time?
No, we've come this far, we'll wait. We'll wait in the boathouse, Mike Gusick, and we'll present ourselves to Sherry Reed when she returns. Our luck's holding very well so far. Let's hope it holds a little longer. Who knows? She might come back with Major Gregory Keene.
What are we doing if she does?
Well, to avoid any noise, I suggest you strangle them both, Gusick, with your bare hands.
If you listen very quietly here on the terrace of this house by the river, you'll hear a speedboat coming fast upstream. I won't ever hear it again, because I'm leaving here tonight. With the girl or without her, I'm taking that boat and I'm going back to town. I'm not waiting any longer to renew my acquaintance with Huberman and Carlotta Magnani.
Huberman and Mike Gusick are waiting for Keene in the boathouse. Listen to the next chapter in this story of intrigue, Deadly Nightshade.